Hey, what's up? This is Spider Prime 1 back again with another Transformers video review. Alright, like I said in my last video, I'm looking at Transformers animated Ironhide. Going through my little Transformers animated craze right now. Because there's a lot of figures from that line that I haven't done or reviewed yet. In Ratchet's video, which is the one just before this, I gave off the vehicle comparison, so if you want to see that, go check out the Ratchet review. In this video, I'll be doing the robot comparisons. So, if you're looking for the vehicle comparisons, go check out the other review first, and then come back. But yeah, this is Ironhide. Very orange. I don't know why they picked orange. Because, well, I guess it's a new spin on like a G1 reference, but in G1 he was more, you know, red instead of orange, but I digress. It's still a really good Cybertron mode. I love this mode. It's really, really good. It's just awesome. So, I've talked enough about this in Ratchet's review. Transform him. First you want to take off his little titanium knuckles instead of brass knuckles. Set him off over there. Then what you want to do is grab the legs, pull them out, twist them. And now, one thing that I mentioned in my last review, in Ratchet's review, I noticed that there were stress marks coming up on the hole that went into the peg on the legs. Ironhide's starting to get those, but not as bad as Ratchet. And I don't see it being as big a problem on either figure. I don't see it as being a big problem. And then another thing I noted on Ratchet's, the Ratchet figure, here I'll show you. His leg doesn't lock when you extend it all the way out. It's this piece that it's on, it's smooth, and so it doesn't lock in. Well, on Ironhide, there's now a little stub there. So when you do it, you hear a big old click. And now his his leg is locked in. It's not going anywhere. And then again on the other side, bring it down, turn around, click it in, and then bring down the foot. And then there are his legs, and then flip this whole thing forward. Pull out the hood, turn, and fold, or push, turn and push. Turn and push, put this down, and then, as I mentioned in my other review, to further differentiate Ratchet from Ironhide, because I know they're so hard to tell apart, what you can do is you can either leave the hood out like this, for his chest, which I do for Ratchet, and then for Ironhide, what I do is I just push it back up until it hits the treads here, and then he's got a more slimmer body. Because he's all Mr. Muscles and six-pack, or two-pack, I guess. And you come back here, you want to separate the shoulder from the shoulder pad from the backpack. Flip the arm out, bring the shoulder up, like this. Flip this around, separate. Bring this up like that, like this. Bring the whole thing down, push in the shoulders, straighten the arms out, then flip up the head, and there's Transformers animated Ironhide. He looks awesome. And he has a very Generation 1 esque head sculpt with the big ol' mohawk thing in the middle. the little mutton chops at the bottom are kind of added in, but he's got the same G1 head style helmet kind of head. Just all around, he looks like a bruiser. In a way, he looks, even though he's the same toy as Ratchet, he looks completely different. And before I bring Ratchet back out, we're going to put the little titanium knuckles in his hand. So he's got his weapons. So there we go. And then bring back Ratchet. So here are the two together, Ratchet and Ironhide in robot mode. Now you can totally tell the difference. So like here's the dark maroon red of Ratchet, and then here's the bright orange of Ironhide. And then you can see how I do the different chests. So that's, well, I might as well push this in. It looks better that way. To be perfectly honest, it does. Ratchet gets his gut on Earth mode. He doesn't need to have it on Cybertron. Let me get his arms down so he can stand closer. So yeah, other than the obvious head remolds, and the knee joints now, there actually isn't anything different. Ironhide also has the little punchy gimmick from earlier, or from the last review. So him and Ratchet both have the little punchy gimmick, which doesn't make sense on Ratchet because he really wasn't a fighter, but makes perfect sense on Ironhide. And then again on this arm, Ratchet's got his little EMP scar where the EMP generator should sit. Well, so does Ironhide, which he never used it. So that just shows that the only thing that they remolded was his head and the little knee stubs, or the leg lockers. So that's the little comparison. Oh, and the shock pads are black, and the titanium knuckles are painted, not silver, painted, well, it's like a mixture of bronze and silver. So, but yeah, for articulation, he's got ball jointed shoulders. He can swing out back here, but he's not supposed to. Or you're not supposed to, but you can if you want. Because that holds his shoulder in. He, stop doing that. He swivels. He has a double elbow. And he looks really weird if you straighten the arm out completely. It looks like you broke his arm almost. He can turn at the wrist. Head can go 360. Head can look down, look up. The neck can go back and forth, but that's for transformation. Ball jointed hips, swivel knees, turn knees, and I guess you can move the foot along its transformation joint, but there's not really much else. So yeah, these are good figures. Let me bring Ironhide back, or Ratchet back out here. These are really good figures. If you like either one of these characters from Transformers Animated, even though Ratchet was only seen in his Cybertronian mode at least like twice, maybe 3 times. Like first episode he was seen in it when the flashbacks with RC, he was Cybertronian. Oh, and the flashbacks with Omega Supreme, he was Cybertronian. So you see him in this mode at least 3 times. For Ironhide, you see him in Auto Boot Camp. You see him in one of the episodes after Shockwave is revealed. He contacts Sentinel Prime and Jazz in their ship and tells them that Ultra Magnus got attacked and stuff like that. It was either him or Cliffjumper, but he's in one of those episodes. He contacts the Elite Guards at one point. And then you see him with Rodimus and their crew being attacked by Team Char. So you both see these guys. You see him 3 times, and you see him in his Cybertron mode 3 times. So really, it's up to you which one you like better. But for me, I like them both. They're both just really awesome. So yeah, I'm Spider Prime 1. That's Transformers Animated Ironhide. I'll be continuing my animated videos pretty soon, but until then, I'm signing off.